Psychology shows that Gen Z isn't fragile, lazy, or disconnected from reality. They're responding to a world that formed them differently. They grew up during constant change, public collapse, and digital exposure. Their psychology didn't break, it adapted. Here's what psychology actually reveals. 1. Chronic awareness, not anxiety. Gen Z didn't grow up protected from reality. They grew up watching it unfold in real time. Psychology shows that constant exposure to global news, social issues, and online discourse created a generation with unusually high situational awareness. They see patterns early. They notice hypocrisy quickly. They question systems others accept. What looks like anxiety is often mental alertness without a pause button. 2. Emotional honesty over emotional performance. Previous generations learned to hide distress to appear strong. Gen Z learned that suppression leads to breakdown. Psychology links Gen Z's openness about emotions to preventive coping, not weakness. They name feelings early instead of letting them accumulate. They value emotional language because they saw what silence did to others. They don't overshare because they want attention. They speak because they don't want damage. 3. Resistance to meaningless hustle. Gen Z doesn't reject work. They reject work without purpose. Psychology shows this generation has a low tolerance for performative productivity, routines that demand time without offering growth, security, or meaning. Watching burnout, layoffs, and broken promises shape this mindset early. They don't want to sacrifice life for a system that doesn't protect them back. 4. Digital expression as identity formation. For Gen Z, the internet isn't an escape. It's a developmental environment. Psychology explains that online spaces became where identity experimentation, community building, and self-definition happened. This generation learned who they were while being observed, which created strong self-expression but also self-awareness. They didn't lose social skills. They learned them differently. 5. Early emotional burnout. Many Gen Z individuals feel tired before life even starts. Psychology links this to growing up with instability as the norm, economic uncertainty, climate anxiety, social fragmentation. Their nervous systems adapted by staying alert, flexible, and emotionally guarded. Burnout didn't come from doing too much. It came from never feeling safe enough to relax. Psychology makes one thing clear. Gen Z isn't broken. They're calibrated for a world that feels unstable, exposed, and fast. They value boundaries because they saw what boundaryless lives cost. They question systems because blind trust failed before they were old enough to choose. The most misunderstood generation isn't weak. It's simply the first to say, "This isn't working," out loud.